Hello and welcome to my first webinar of 2025. So it's January. It's the time to set goals. It's time to realize your purpose, figure out what you want to achieve this year, and then make a plan. So today we're going to launch our 12-week transformative coaching program with the amazing Gayle Rubin. I'm going to be introducing her. And you probably needs no introduction because you've seen her host our webinars. She's been doing an amazing job. She's been imparting so much knowledge and wisdom and guidance to the Qi Life community. So she's here. She's going to be taking over in a short little while. But if you haven't met Gayle yet, she is a Qi Life transformative coach, and she's been helping people from all walks of life break free from self-sabotaging blocks, release trauma, eliminate repeating patterns. And she's got clients all over the world. She works with people one-on-one in groups. And what she does, she specializes in tapping into the super conscious mind to create fast, like really fast results and lasting results, right? So who wants results in their lives? Who wants to have change and transform in their life and want it fast? Who wants it slow? Nobody wants it slow, right? Everybody wants it fast. And who wants it to last? Who wants lasting results? Who wants just temporary results? Right? Nobody wants temporary results. Nobody wants slow results. But guess what? We have a technology. We have the person and the coach, and you have me, and we have the community to help you achieve exactly what I just said: fast results and lasting results. Okay. So she's empowered hundreds of individuals, thousands of groups and people in groups and participants. And she's a certified energy healer since 2008. She's a expert in frequency healing. She's an expert in Qi Life technologies. And her journey in unlocking secrets of manifestation has led her to discover the missing link to overcoming self-sabotage. And this discovery has forever transformed how she helps others manifest a life they truly love. So welcome, Gayle. How are you doing?
Welcome, welcome. You're here to learn about how to get unstuck. So I would love to know who is tired of feeling stuck in life and want to step into your life's purpose and fulfillment, however, in the fastest way, in a predictable system, so that you can stop searching and wasting time and effort and really start living your dream life. Who is here because they're interested in learning more about that? And so just a disclaimer real quick that everything in this webinar about the Qi Coil products and meditations and everything is for educational purposes. They're not to diagnose, treat, or cure, prevent any disease. And the statements here haven't been evaluated by the FDA. Although Qi Coil products are FDA approved, or PEMF therapy, it's not a substitute for professional medical advice. So we recommend you consult with your health practitioner first. Thank you, Rhonda. Welcome. So here's what we'll do today. We'll learn how to shift from a life of struggle to a life of flow in 5 easy steps. You will get to participate in a quantum meditation journey with the Qi Coil Aura product, which actually I'm going to turn on right now. We're going to go through the planets frequencies today, 9 planets, and we'll get that started. Now, you can choose, it's on, you can choose to be quantum entangled with my Qi Coil Aura system in the back, playing PEMF frequencies for you. So just choose to receive them. You don't have to hear anything. And someone's saying, can you use FSA to pay? I'm not sure what that means, but we do have a payment plan if you need. But so we want to show you how you can shift and be a part of a new 12-week guided program that'll take you from wherever you are in life to the highest version of yourself. And then we'll have a Q&A. And yeah, maybe someone in the staff could answer that for me. I appreciate that. But nice to meet you. My name is Gayle Rubin. I live in Ojai, California. And I think David explained a little bit about what I do. I also work with pets, and I'm certified in many modalities. I've studied many modalities because I was a journey on my own journey, my own emotional healing journey, my own body journey. And I also rescued and saved 7,000 dogs through a nonprofit charity I founded in 2006. And I am upgrading my life and my clients' life with Qi Life products. They are amazing and they really enhance my everyday life experience and my clients. So because of this system, I'm able to live a life of my dreams. As you can see, I'm an outdoor person. I am solar powered and I thrive in the outdoors. So I love the mountains. I love hiking. I love traveling. I love animals. What do I have? 3 dogs, 2 cats, and 9 chickens. I live with my beloved husband, Daniel, in Ojai. This is our local lake. I love coaching from home. Recently, I moved my mother from LA to a beautiful facility about 30 minutes away so we can have beautiful dinners together. And these are the current, aside from my Ojai home, I started collecting real estate projects. So currently we have one in Flagstaff, Red Lodge, Montana, Flagstaff, Arizona, Red Lodge, Montana, and Ventura County, just about a mile from the beach, about 20 minutes away from me. And I think, and oh, not last but not least, my beautiful son Quinn, who's a talented musician. But my life wasn't always so rosy. And my father, he immigrated to Israel, where I was raised, from India, married my mother. He was in the Israeli Air Force. And my mother, she graduated from high school. She was a housewife. She had pretty low self-esteem. But my father, everything to him was grades and school. And that was the most important thing to him. He was also abusive, very loud. So I kind of grew up, my sister, my mom, and I were all abused physically. And I grew up in fear, and no one really knew what would set him off. And we knew that since grades were most important, that if you didn't get the grades he was expecting, that would certainly set him off. Unfortunately, another thing I learned, oh, thank you. It's not my story anymore. It's just my background, and I appreciate you. But what I learned is that I wasn't a good student. And so that really did not please my father. And when I left home, I tried to heal my childhood wounds. How many of you maybe had a less than great childhood? Even if you had a different experience than me, we set out to try and overcome something about our childhood. We don't feel enough. I'd love a show of hands of someone who just felt like they were incomplete when they left home and they were in search of bettering themselves somehow. So I tried traditional therapy, energy healing, psychics, law of attraction seminars, hypnotherapy, neural feedback, neurodream self-help seminars. The list goes on, too much to list here. And I felt good for a little bit, but things always seemed to kind of slid back and was still always searching, never to arrive for that something that really, really works. You felt a lot of pain as a young person. I'm sorry. Yeah. And yeah, we have that story. Yes, from me, your mother was experienced child abuse from both my grandfathers. And I feel I healed, yet I feel money-wise always lacking. Yeah, we carry our ancestral wounds. So thanks for mentioning that. We'll talk about that. So when I left home, I tried to prove my worth. I attended 3 different colleges, kind of getting nowhere. I tried the corporate world and I started climbing the corporate ladder in the hospitality industry, in the advertising industry. I tried food and catering industry. I even worked for the Hollywood industry. Ask me someday about working for Playboy. That was really interesting. I tried MLMs. I tried healing certificate to be, a successful practitioner with multiple certificates, and the list goes on. Again, always in search, never to find. I feel like I always try to prove to my father that I am worthy. Who is here do you guys feel like you're still trying to impress someone, even you're an adult living in the world, but you're still trying to prove to your parents, dead or alive, that you are enough or that you want them to be proud of you? Thanks, Nina says, my father. Elizabeth says, yes. Yeah, so like, who are we living for? Who are we trying to show our success to? And who told us what success truly is? Who says when we are successful? It's very interesting to think about that. I did find success and I was seen as worthy. Love that. And I was compelled to help dogs in need after Hurricane Katrina. And I saw all those displaced dogs on TV and I was driven to make an impact. And I started this nonprofit dog rescue called Dogs Without Borders in 2006. If you're in LA, you probably know of it. It was a very successful rescue. It still is. I did step down from it a few years back, but when I started it, people jumped on board to volunteer and a community grew, and I was finally seen as worthy. I was written about in magazines. I was given awards from the city of LA. I had a following. It was amazing to do this work. I felt like I was a hero on the outside, but on the inside, I was actually feeling miserable. Why couldn't I still have what I want? I still didn't feel worthy. I still felt like and the work was so hard. I had no idea how hard rescue is. So if you want to start a rescue, I'm telling you, it's hard work. Reach out to me before doing it, just so I can prep you. And the hours are very long. There's never a day off. The pay was miserable. Of course, I set it up that way. Obviously, my lack of my sense of low self-worth created a really low salary that wouldn't meet my needs. So what happened is I felt stuck. I couldn't make ends meet. And I felt endless stress and overwhelm every day. Every day was a struggle for me. But on the outside, people envied me. I looked like I had it all. And no matter what I did, I never felt worthy of success, always striving for a better life with no end in sight. I wanted less stress. I wanted more time. I wanted more money. I wanted more freedom. Like, who wants these things, right? Who wants less stress? Who wants more time freedom in their life? Who wants more money? I didn't ask for too much, but I wanted just more. I just wanted to feel a little breathing room. And who feels stuck? Are you guys with me? How's this landing so far? Is anyone relating to this predicament that I had? I wasn't sure. Of course, when I was doing it, I had a shirt on. I don't know why this person doesn't have a shirt on, but I did feel stuck and I was very, very much, I didn't know where to go. It seems like no matter what course I did or no matter what I tried, it was taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. You feel stuck due to circumstances. Yes, very much. Thanks for your shares and contributions here. But everything changed when the right mentors and friends came into my life. This is a good friend of mine. Her name is Vicky. And I actually met her at a bar here in town. She had just moved here. She doesn't live here anymore, but she had just moved here. She's a professional psychic. And one night we were out having drinks, and she said something really profound that really changed my point of view. She said, and let's just frame Vicky. She's the opposite of me. She's like this. She speaks her truth. She's like woo-woo. She's flowy. She's crystals, and she's just voluptuous. She just speaks her truth, and she doesn't care what anybody thinks. And I was the opposite. I hid because I didn't feel safe being me. But she is her, and I always admired her for that, for just being authentic. And one thing she said to me was, I only go for things in life that are a hell yes. And if it doesn't light me up, it's a hell no. And at that point, I was like, wow, you can just do that. I realized some people, maybe her, she had a choice. to do that. But did I have a choice? I never felt like I was allowed. Are you allowing yourself to have what you want? At this point in life, I definitely did not allow myself to have what I wanted. By the way, are you guys feeling some of the frequencies, the PEMF frequencies? Just make sure they're playing okay for you. Yes, they are. So yeah, they are going. Yes, some of them, some of you feel them. Sometimes I have clients remote, and I do this remotely. I'm remotely trained. You don't have to be with it to work with me. Yeah, so here you go. My earlobes are glowy warm, not yet, and feel it buzzy. So Rhonda, or who said not yet? Connie, just choose to accept, choose to receive, and it's okay if you don't feel it. Just choose to get the most out of it. Not everybody just feels it outright. A lot of people do. It's your own experience. We feel things differently. And is anyone experiencing discomfort? I just want to make sure you're comfortable. First of all, you're in charge of your own field. I want you to know that. Okay. So let's just choose to receive let's just choose to receive in the most comfortable way that's in your highest good. And sometimes we want to shift, we want to feel it. Like, why do we go to sweat lodges? Why do we, we want to feel the pain sometimes. Not that it's painful, but yes. Between your aura coil and my 3S, I am doing great. I love that, Mason. The 3S is one of our systems. And so, okay, so within several months of realizing that maybe I had a choice, I met one of my mentors who was a coach. At the time, he was a coach for billionaires who taught me that there was nothing wrong with me. It was just my unconscious programming that's sabotaging me. And until I rewired my brain, it would keep me feeling limited. I was not limited, and you aren't either. And that was such a great awakening for me. He wrote a book called You're Not Broken, and it was like an awakening for me that it's not me, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with you. We're just running a limited program. He also later asked me to work for him, which I have for the past several years, in taking on his private clients and groups. When I think about my past, I realize I succeeded everywhere I went, but I always stopped myself short because that was my sabotaging pattern. We all have those patterns. Now, what I learned is that my outside world had been a reflection of my inner world. And we know this, but sometimes we just don't see how. Thanks for your post. Some childhood healing has come up, much easier shifting to a higher thought than in the past. Love to hear that. So I can create a new reality with that knowledge. And so can you. The past doesn't really exist anymore. It was only a fragment of our imagination. And the present moment is all there is. The present moment has been pre-sent by me. Preset. Your present moment has been pre-sent by you. And if I'm constantly a victim of my past, I keep sending it, that reflection, to the now me and keep recreating the future from the now moment to reflect the same. Does that make sense? So what would that be like to be a being without a past? Let me ask you a question. Pause share. How's everything landing so far? How are you guys doing? I appreciate so much your participation. I think some of you are on YouTube as well. So thanks for being here. If anyone is commenting on YouTube, I'm not sure if I can see it. I think it's going to be put in the chat as well. Great. Thank you. Now, what is something that you would just love to have but don't already? It could be tangible or not. Maybe just a life you love, a stress-free life, maybe anything that you would just love that maybe you feel a little stuck. Maybe that hasn't manifested yet and you're not sure, why it's not here. Okay. Darlie says independence. Just because you'd love it. Thank you. Just because you love it. I'd love to help you achieve it. Physical healing. Now, what would that be like for you? What would that be like if you choose something you'd love to have? What would that mean for you? What would that be like if you had that? Go ahead and imagine what that would be like. And if you're doing it on your own and not typing in and you're thinking of something, because playing full out, you will get the most out of this if you're here present playing full out, and I appreciate you. Freedom, darling. Okay, independence will give me freedom. So let me ask you another question. What's stopping you? Thank you, Connie. Hey, Connie. To travel. What's holding you back? Healed cataracts, to see joy and beauty of the new earth. What's stopping you? Why can't you have it? What do you believe is in the way? Myself. Well, yes. What about yourself? You're catching on, but what about yourself? I want to get a movement paradigm shift to the world, especially people with EDS. My mission is so big, I don't know where to start. Afraid of being seen. Okay. Thanks for playing full out, you guys. Really appreciate it. I want you to just close your eyes with me and imagine that you're a being without a past. I believe if I change my thoughts, I would be healed. Well, your unconscious runs all the functions of your body, so if you think healthy thoughts, it might help. Not enough funds. Okay, what if you were a being without a past? What would that be like? So, hey, you guys know, and hearing all the news about the UFOs or UAPs or whatever you call them, what if we just imagined that we were one of those UAP? We mean no harm, but we are us, and we're in one of those flying saucers. I know it's ridiculous, but play with me here. Let's go. I want you to just go and be one of those flying saucers. You're from another planet. Go ahead, close your eyes and go there. You're a UFO. You are a little alien. You can be green. You can be whatever color you want. And you are you. You know your name. You come from another planet. You have no past here on Earth, but you have the mission that you typed in, that you said you want. So what is it that you want? Now that is your mission when you land on Earth. So as you get closer, you find a nice landing spot. You put your landing gear down and you just landed, and you're getting ready to put down your little stairs, your steps. You open up the hatch, the steps come down. You have no past, you're just you, and you have a mission. Really play full out, have a full sensory experience of this. Now I want you to just take one step down and then the other, and there's about 5 steps down, and your feet touch the ground. You breathe in the air. You're like, yeah, this is comfortable. I can breathe. Now, remember your mission. What is the next obvious step to take towards that goal from here? From where you're standing on Earth, what's the obvious next step that needs to happen for you to have that? Type in what shows up. Don't think, just let whatever obvious shows up for you. It could be an idea, a word. No overthinking. I had what some referred to as a Kundalini blast. Wow, congrats. Walk, resources, community, find 4 co-founders. Boom. Do you guys see that? Do you see your story changed? I bet you're not thinking that you don't have the resources, that you don't have what it takes, that you don't have help, that there's only action to take between you and what you want. But do you see, we're so busy giving power to our past, which doesn't even exist. Does it exist for the alien you? No, it doesn't have to exist for the human you either. So true. Yeah. Who enjoyed that exercise, and how many, that took like 2 minutes to just completely shift your consciousness. We didn't even do anything. So true. All right. So getting back, I realized that I could just create a new reality. And so can you, if I just let my past go, okay? Because we're limitless. The unconscious is just a limiting program, and it has its purpose. Now, when I did that, I finally had it. I felt like a different person, like a being without a past. You must let go of who you've been so you can step into who you're becoming. Stress and overwhelm lifted. I used to have stress and fear and doubt. As soon as I would wake up in the morning, and I used to like carry the weight of the world on my shoulders. Oh my God, all the things I had to do every day, all the people I had to take care of, all the dogs I needed to take care of, all the bills I needed to pay. And I just let go of the fear, the self-doubt, and allowed in the love and the self-trust and that inner peace. I felt lighter. I laughed more. My relationship improved. It was good, but it got even better. I was able to set boundaries and I stood up for myself. Within 2 months, my income doubled and tripled within 14 months. And at that time, I was finally able to step down from my role as director and live a life I loved on my terms. It took me 9 years to try and shift to a new life, a new career, something new. But it's because I was in my own way and I wasn't able to do it on my own. Luckily, I was able to shift my consciousness, which is what we're going to do with you. So it didn't just work for me, it worked for many. I was helping other people. And in my continued growth, I was actually looking for more. It was so great to change lives. And then I was like, well, this is working. Now what? So I was looking for, I wanted to do meditations and I was looking for sound healing. I was looking into binaural beats and things for my, and frequencies for my meditations. And I considered a Rife machine. And literally, I kind of shopped around for like 2 years and nothing inspired me. But when I saw them, I had to have them. I started with the Qi Coil Max system. And, I just, focus creates reality, right? The algorithm, it knew I was looking for frequencies when I was doing YouTube videos of like frequency sounds and all that. And of course, it showed me this beautiful system, the Qi Coil Max. And I just knew I had to have them. So as soon as I got them, of course, the universe gave me a backache. So I could turn it on and instantly made my backache disappear. And then I started sending it remotely to my friends and family who also experience instant relief and success. I started using it in client sessions and the results were profound. What I did is I created a 12-week meditation program. And I took a group of founding members and then another group. It was at the time for women because I had to choose a group of who I was going to speak to. And here are just some of the testimonials from these women who went through the program. This program changed my life. I had a very rough year, and I've come through it with flying colors. Thanks to this program, I've improved every aspect, which is so wonderful. I just love my life. I'm not afraid of money or relationships or meeting new people. She was a bit of an introvert. She races Kentucky Derby, not races, but she cares for them. I don't know. It's a whole world. And I totally recommend this program. She's already got her friend to sign up. She's so excited to be moving forward and has come through some health issues. And this is her friend that also came to shift. So she goes, anyone can create a life they love and move forward in a positive direction. I'm so grateful that she's found Galit. She has been coaching me for 3 years. And this course has just propelled me to the most amazing way that I will be forever grateful. Throughout this program, I've grown in my ability to manifest money, relationships, and overall deeper relationship with myself. Kat is adopted, so this was a big issue for her as I continue to move through rewiring my brain, the old thoughts and belief patterns, as well as my past history and behavior and actions. So you are just welcome to glance at these. We are posting them on the page because I appreciate, for the sake of time, but you can see that money blocks, relationships, loving life, everything has lifted. Animosity, hurt, anger have been let go of, and I'm more at peace than I've ever been in a long time. Peace is very important, as joy. And actually, Katrina, she's now building her dream home, or I think designing her dream home. So I created this one, and it really, really had a great impact. So I wanted to do it again. And I did a meditation, and David came to me in a meditation. So when I told him that, he goes, "Oh, I get that a lot." But the next obvious step for me was when the opportunity showed up, I knew exactly what to do. I came in and started coaching and presenting, and I was upgraded to an aura coil, and I tested some results. And this is not so much on the technology of PEMF, pulse electromagnetic frequencies. There's a lot of information on our site. There's actually a great coach here, Carol. Carol is a great geek on this, and I say it in the most loving way. She's so good at the science of it. So I'll leave that to her to geek out on the science. She does wonderful presentations about it. But I did these frequencies with meditations of the work I already do. And this is, maybe some of you are here who posted these on social media. I started doing these social media sessions, and the results from my little tiny sessions are, I couldn't even fit them on one page. I just stacked them. All my tension left my abdomen. I've been working with emotional regulation and shadow work for years, so I really didn't expect anything would come out of this, but I was tearing up during, and now I feel lighter, and I felt like I was breathing the aurora borealis. Thank you. This helped me release so much. I feel lighter and healthy. I've been really sick, and this makes me feel so much better. And these are just like little minutes of sessions that I would do. Now, how are you guys doing? I can't see my chat, so I just want to make sure I open it. There you guys are. How's it going, everyone? Everyone doing good? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I believe I'm Fasha. Yes, yes. I agree with that possibility. And I'm reading. That was you, Elizabeth. Yes. And great. Yes, doing good. Thank you. So the big problem is people are living from an outdated program, and they're reacting, not reacting, but they're reacting to life instead of creating it, hoping to change, but they're doing it from the lower levels of consciousness. We know where this is going, right? Your life is not a problem that needs to be solved. It's just that you were programmed in the wrong orientation. Your upbringing, your environment, our culture, believing in authority is outside of us, not trusting in ourselves. And Albert Einstein says no problem can be solved from the same level as of consciousness that created it. Doesn't this make so much sense when we realize that it's our unconscious that's harboring a program that's outdated? And here's a little bit of information. When we come into our human experience, we are spirit, we are energy beings. We're born, and like amnesia by design, we forgot who we truly are. We forgot that we are spirit, but we chose to be us. We chose to be a character in our life's journey. We chose this journey. We chose our timeline. We chose our parents. We chose our geographical location. We chose our gender. We chose it. But then when we forget, our unconscious begins to form from 0 to about 4 or 5 years old, and we become separate. First, everything is taken care of in the womb by mom. We don't have to do anything, but then we become separate. Our instinct is we must belong to our family. We call this, Carl Jung actually called it wounded by individuation. We must belong to our family. So we start absorbing, even pre-verbal, we start mimicking, we start observing what is approved of and what is not, so we can belong. So they take care of us. It's primitive brain, and so we survive. And we code in those beliefs of what we see to be good boys and girls, because it's painful to lose love. It's painful to lose belonging. Our consciousness is, our self-conscious, as it's being formed, it goes for more satisfaction in life and less pain. It wants to avoid pain, and our unconscious needs to survive. It must do what is approved of by our family. So we get fed, we get warm, we get taken care of, we have shelter, and we are loved. So we develop these wounds. We call them core wounds, like I must be worthy enough to have dad's approval. I must be, I don't know, depending on what your journey was in life. Maybe you had siblings and you were ignored because you were the middle child or whatever, and you said, I must be insignificant because I don't get cared for. I must be unlovable, or I must be loved enough. I must prove that I'm lovable. I must prove my significance. I must prove that I'm good enough. I must prove that I'm perfect to get love. And it's all from the mindset of a child. Of course, most of our parents, they loved us in the only way they knew how, but to the mindset of a child, we code in beliefs that we're not. So then as our unconscious gets locked in and we become self-conscious at around age 7, that pattern is locked in. And then because it survived, you survived it. As you learned how it is, you survived. So you're going to seek to repeat that pattern your entire life until that belief creates your reality. It's like a swing of the pendulum. You go and resolve, and then your unconscious says, that's me. It's not survivable to have something outside of this. So let's say you were brought up in a family without enough money. What are you going to do? If you go out in the world and make a bunch of money, the unconscious doesn't know that abundance is survivable. It only remembers and coded in scarcity and struggle. If you learned that being sick gets mom and dad's extra love, you might code in that in order to belong more to my family, I have to be sick a lot, or I have to be overweight. And anything outside of that is not safe. It's not survivable. Maybe we'll lose love. Maybe we'll lose our belonging. And once we realize that it's just a program, it's not real, we can finally release it. And once we release it, we start remembering who we are, that we are spirit. This is the awakening journey that we are on, where we learn how to let go of our past and create a new focus to create a new reality where our thoughts become things. So we start living from a creative orientation instead of solving how we're not enough, because our focus creates our reality. And when we understand when we release and release and release and learn how to focus and become who we're becoming, manifestation happens a lot quicker and easier, and we don't have to suffer anymore. So we develop these core wounds, unconscious agenda, as we are trying to learn how it is. These are the most common. We try to feel complete, so we are enough. So I'm not worthy enough. Boy, that's familiar to me. Who grew up and feels that they weren't worthy enough in their home, or they're not worthy enough in life to just have what they want? They're not allowed, or they're not good enough. Maybe you keep going to get another certification and another certification to prove that you're good enough. Or maybe you're not significant. Significant is maybe you feel like no one sees you. I'm not seen, or it's not safe to be seen or heard. Maybe you feel like you're not loved enough. Nobody loves me. Who would want me? Or the perfectionist that keeps redoing over and over. I'm going to write that book. I'm going to launch that book, and never do it, but talks about it because it's never perfect enough, or you're not perfect enough, or never belonging, or relationships like I can't be rejected, or I go within and in my mind because I don't trust anyone. The outside world is not safe, or I never have the resources. Everyone else has to do for me. So who relates with any of these, or any of those familiar to you? Now, the 3 levels of mind, there's a conscious mind. It's from 7 years old until death, but the unconscious starts forming in the womb, not to mention the family constellation, any past life trauma or agreements that we might carry, and till death. But it runs all the functions of our body, and it keeps you safe by repeating those old programs. It goes for quantity of life. It doesn't care if you're happy or sad. The conscious mind goes for quality. It wants, it deciphers, it makes decisions. Like I choose something that I want, but the unconscious has to allow. If it hasn't been experienced from 0 to 7 or something like it, it will say no. And the superconscious, that's your higher mind. That's how we work through your higher self. It's the shortcut. It's always there. It doesn't judge you. It loves you. It just takes instructions. It's here for human expansion, for the expansion of consciousness. It doesn't judge anything as bad, good, right, wrong. It's just here for an experience, and it takes instructions. So if you say, I'm in lack, the superconscious says, yes. If you say, I am enough, the superconscious says, yes. It always says yes to you. You're sending it messages from both your conscious and unconscious minds. The unconscious is your biggest brain, and it rules the show. So if you want something the unconscious doesn't allow, superconscious says yes. So that's how we oscillate in life. We go a few steps forward and 1 step back. How is this landing? Does this make sense, everyone? So it's hard for you to trust. You did it until recently. So just real quick, you're here in a current reality. You have a desired reality. Let's say some of the things you wanted to have is like a really high vibration. It feels so good. And then your current reality is not that, is at a completely different frequency and a lower feeling vibration. Very grateful to have you. Oh, thank you. And so let's say you want more money, you want more health, right? You want whatever. It could be a relationship, it could be a house, a dream home, right? It could be anything, but there's only action to take, right? If you were the alien, you just go, okay, I just need to take action. But what you're doing is you are actually in not enoughness over here. Remember, you have 3 levels of mind. The conscious wants, the unconscious says not survivable. This might not be survivable. I know this is survivable. I know your past is survivable. So every time you take that action, if this isn't cleared, it's just going to come back and say, oh no. So it will sabotage it. And it looks so real, like I don't have time. Someone else needs me. I ran out of resources. I'm not interested anymore. Who's done that? Who's gone for something and then something happened and they had to stop? And the truth is, there's an unconscious program there that's running the show. So what you got to do is let it go. And that is really what we do here in our program. So the big mistakes people do, they're out of vibrational match with what they think they want. There's an identity over here, an identity over there, and we think it's going to be better. And what we do when we think it's going to be better over there, we're really saying to superconscious, now isn't good enough. And superconscious says, yes. Okay. And we spend all this time and effort trying to resolve in the wrong orientation, focusing on what's wrong with us instead of just being the alien and going for where you want to go. And we place the power outside of us, waiting to be allowed. Circumstances, who said that? Maybe a parent's approval, right? Or someone else's approval, fearing judgment, fearing society, fearing to be canceled, right? And then we become victims of our own reality, reacting to life instead of creating it. And hey, trying to go it alone. And maybe there's a coach or a program that can help you do it. Now, the solution I have for you, maybe you can find another solution, but this is what's been working, is a 12-week meditation program that shifts you out of stuck, limiting beliefs and sabotaging blocks and into an upgraded program that is a vibrational match to the highest version of yourself. And this is not the slow route. If you want slow, this isn't for you. It is fast. Here's what it does. It transforms you with each listen. Most of the meditations are just 20 minutes. It dissolves those heavy burdens and unconscious blocks that you've been carrying during your entire lifetime and even beyond. And not to mention your sabotaging blocks, limiting beliefs, in minutes. And we cover a new topic each week in every area of life. Plus we have bonuses. How it works, every week you get a topic and a lesson to work on. And you shift each time you put on your headphones and listen to the meditation. It includes the quantum healing inside and the PEMF and sound therapy. So sometimes they're subliminal, sometimes they're verbal, sometimes, and you hear the frequencies in the background. And I just treat what's in your quantum field, the field that connects us all together intuitively. So it includes, you set your intention to receive like you are here, and you just choose that it's for your highest good. And of course, it all is. I choose that everything here is for your highest good. You listen to most of them passively. It's your superconscious that's doing the work. I'm not a big meditator. I am impatient and I have a short attention span. So if you're like me, this is great for you. Shifts become measurable. You rinse and repeat. And so that carrot system I told you about is we choose what you want. We align your senses. We release the resistances via the work. And then you can suddenly take an action step like that alien that could, and then transformation becomes inevitable. These are the topics that we cover. We start off with a predominant creative force. Who, by the way, who thinks that this is for them already? Who is like, wow, I legally this belief shifting paradigms. Now, who thinks that, wow, I could see myself putting on headphones for 20 minutes a day and having easy shifts? Elizabeth, me, we've got some extra bonuses for you if you do it today. Would love to, yes. Christine, yes. Mason, yes. All awesome. So just real quick, how it works is predominant creator, you restore your inner power. You are the predominant creator of your life. You're here. Nobody's living your life for you. You are here to live your life. And instead of thinking that we're a victim of others or society or whatever, we restore that inner power, because you can't create a life you love unless you're the creator of it. Otherwise, you get caught up in other people's creations. Okay, this is your life. We teach you how to create a life you love with a simple life plan. It's not somewhere over there, it's now. So we bring a life you love to you now and continue creating it in the future. And your true nature and purpose, how to align with your inner truth. Health and vitality, we do both physical health and emotional health. We create, you literally make up your new identity that you want to step into, your true identity, your authentic identity that you are perhaps afraid to show, or perhaps not ready to step into because you think that you're not worthy to just be that you. And we literally become it. We work on relationships, both intimate and general. We work on family repatterning and constellations. This is huge. Obviously, we rewrite a money story. We let go of our old money beliefs, create any money, let go of money beliefs that don't serve us, and create how we want our money story to look like. And we code it in. We all have our part personalities, like our protector controller, our inner critic, our overthinker, our inner child, you name it. There's so many aspects that make us up, especially the parts that get triggered out of our control. So we balance your identities out to become more whole and integrated. We integrate your shadow. Ooh, this is huge. People don't even know what shadow integrating really is. We learn the truth about it and we integrate your shadow. And then you get a morning ritual that is super easy to align you every single day. So that is what we have. But wait, there's more. There's also bonus. Every week there's bonuses. You get a 5-minute reset to your emotions. Like if you were just like, God, I'm just so stressed. I don't know what's going on. I'm just pissed. And then you just turn it on and within 5 minutes you shift. And you're like, you just choose what emotions do you want to feel? How about procrastination? How about sleep? How about gratitude? Inner fire who needs a little fire under their behind? Sometimes we do, right? Stepping into your superconscious to take the higher mind perspective to show you how powerful you are. Who has relationships with food that they'd rather not have. We can create a new relationship that's more beneficial to your health. We have this command where we just say it and we shift our consciousness. It is so powerful. You will not believe how easy it is to shift in seconds. And I will teach you that. And also, empaths over here, we create a way to help you navigate the world feeling protected and safe. Family secrets. You don't have to go and ask your parents. You could just tap in to your unconscious and uncover some things, not bad, but like your perception of it from your inner child, even if you're adopted. Money mantra, identity integration, removing fears and phobias, and tapping into your inner wisdom. I am the fire trying to contain it. Yes, sleep. I have so much energy. That's awesome. And so how it works, live lessons with me weekly, listen 20 minutes a day, bonus content. We measure your shift. We have a form to start, like an onboarding form. Then we get you started. Every week you'll get that next topic. We have an online community for you. And then each week you get support and questions we meet. However, this is the only time I'm doing it live with you. So it is the biggest bonus. At you like literally are founding members. You get to do it live with me. And so you will have direct contact with me. It'll be recorded and then placed in as its own course. But the first people taking it through with Qi Life will get to do it live with me. And everything is recorded. So sign up today. There's an onboarding form. We launch next week. We'll have the live group meeting on Tuesdays. And before we do that, the first topic is predominant creative force. You'll just download a meditation. And then at the end of the week, you just fill out a week review form so we can track your progress. So you're held accountable. The meetings are 60 to 90 minutes. At this point, they're Monday evening around this time. I'm in Pacific time, Monday in the US. And again, founding members will receive from me, and we'll have an online community. So let me ask you, if money was no object, what do you guys think? Would you love this? And I might want to turn this over to David if he wants to take it over. How's everyone doing? We are the first group. Holy yes. Hey, David. Is that good? And then we'll do a process together. Are you muted?
Hey, I'm back. Wasn't that amazing? Let's give a hand for Gaylete for her amazing story of her life and how she was able to transform herself and release so many things were holding her back. And now she's a complete changed person and still transforming just like me. And now is this a chance? This is probably the chance for you to take control or to even let go to take that next step in your life to achieve that transformation that you've always wanted. So let me go through the website. It's a brand new website and it's just overview of what the course covers. So here it is, transform your life in 12 weeks, discover your true power, purpose, and vitality, break free from self-doubt, realign your energy for success. And there's a video here you can watch. So the first group that's going to go through this, or actually the only group that's going to go through this live will be starting on January 21st, so next week. Okay, so this course isn't about quick fixes. It gives you all the techniques and tools you need to realign your energy, reclaim your confidence, transform your life, clear the blocks that are holding you back to move forward. You're going to learn energy mastery, how to break free from patterns, feel calm and clear every day. What makes this course unique? It's a 12-week comprehensive curriculum with lasting impact, guided meditations, morning rituals, lots of bonuses, as Gaylete mentioned, and it's a step-by-step transformation roadmap. Week 1, we're going to do the predominant creative force. Week 2, the life I love. Week 3, true nature and purpose. Week 4, and you can click through these and read a little bit more about them. Health and vitality. Week 5, emotional health. Week 6, true identity. Week 7, relationships. Week 8, family repatterning. Week 9, money. Week 10, reintegrating part personalities. Week 11, shadow integration. Week 12, morning ritual for life I love. Okay, so the 12 full weeks of packed with lots of training and education. And what else? This is about Galit, and here it is. So the special offer is $1,200 single pay. And when you do that, you get another series of bonuses. You get a one-on-one coaching session with Gailey. You get a frequency customized selection. So Gailey is going to help you choose the frequencies that are best suited for you. And also an additional guided chakra meditation audio. So these are extra like second level of bonuses, and it's $444 value. So if you choose to do the single pay, you get another set of bonuses. That's $440 value. Now, if you want to split it up, we have a 3-pay option, which means that you can pay $444 for 3 months. So once a month for 3 months. And that will help some people get into this course a little easier. That's available too. Another option is we also have Klarna and split it payments in checkout. So when you check out the single pay, you can also do like even lower payments than for 3-pay. So there's different options. You can test and try it out. If you need help, just click the chat here, and we do have people live that can help you with your order, or if you have questions. So what you're going to learn, proven expertise, holistic masters, and get real results. Some FAQs for you, and then here's some of the screenshots and stories and success stories from all of the people who have interacted and worked with Galit so far. There's only a handful of them. We have so many, we don't have enough space on the website to put them all. Okay, another important thing is if you're kind of not sure if you want to start it, well, you have no reason not to start today, because we have a 60-day money back guarantee, risk-free transformation. So if you're not satisfied within 60 days, you get 100% money back, no question asked. That's how confident we are that this course is going to absolutely transform your life.
But you have to show up, right, David?
Yeah, you do have to show up. Okay. So as long as you show up to the class, then you after the class and you say, oh, it didn't really do anything, which is very unlikely, then there's no risk for you. Okay. Exclusive bonuses. So there's a whole bunch of these exclusive bonuses. I would say worth another at least $300 of bonuses that would be included. Okay, more reviews and so on. So go to qilifecoach.com, and it's going to redirect you to this page. And if you want to find it on Qi Life Story, just go to the menu, you go to Learn, and then it says 12-week transformative coaching, and you can also go there from there. Okay, so go check it out. And I think now it's time for Q&A, right, Gailey?
Q&A, or we can do the process real quick. I think people would love to experience it.
Sure.
Yeah, let's do a quick Q&A. Anyone have specific questions? Again, I want you guys more present so we can ask you, what does that feel like for you guys? Any questions? The question I have for you is, where do you see yourself in 3 years, or not 3 years, in 3 months, in 6 months, in 1 year, and beyond, if you joined us versus perhaps you in another timeline, right? We can have split paradigms. This is kind of the time we're in, aren't we? Where one version of you might say yes and join this great shift, this literal paradigm shift, and another version of you doesn't. What would that look like?
Hello,
Sure.
I'm
Hi.
Louise. Hello,
Hi,
I have a
Louise.
question. I don't yet have a Qi Coil, so I just got on the call here.
Oh,
So
Louise.
I didn't see. So do I benefit from doing this 12-week?
You know what? Absolutely, you do. It's funny, I have recently just a client that was in my 12 weeks, just picked up her own coil because she benefited from the frequencies that I put in the meditation with I do quantum healing and remote healing, and I use these remotely as well. So yes, you absolutely benefit. All those people that I took on the meditations before did not have their own unit. They greatly benefited, and some of them are after it was over, and you'll have access to it over and over and over again. Remember, after the 12 weeks, you can start all over, because the second time you're showing up differently and shifting even more. Every time you listen, you shift, and you don't need your own coils. But what I'm finding is that people are starting to show interest. The clients that were in there are like, yeah, well, maybe I want my own coil and play with my own frequencies and do it myself too. So it's a great option. Hope that answered your question.
Mhm.
You do not need to own the coils to go through. Maybe you want to experience them in a different way. Maybe you don't know what to choose or something, and you just want to focus on everything in your life that's already pre-selected for you in a meditation to shift. And we're going to do the meditation in a bit. We'll go ahead. And I think what I'm getting today is I want you to think about something you would love to have. Thank you, Nina, that you think is like you're impossible. Everyone play along, everyone here. What is your thing you would just love that is your impossible? Name it. Could be a certain amount of money, could be anything. We'll do the 5 steps. The first step is to choose what would you just love? Thanks. It's from Zoom user. And I'm not sure what getting rid of my Iliads of papers. Oh, yes. I have a client that's like, oh my God, I've had stacks and stacks and stacks, and now everything is so neat. I can't believe how I'm just doing all this stuff. Yeah, loads of paper. Got it. Thank you. To wake up creating song, poetry, and sharing ideas all day. Others where all have shelter, food, and resources. Where well, you can only choose for your experience. You can't assume that everyone's a creator. You're a creator, they're a creator. We don't want to assume others are powerless. You create your experience of it, right? You love to experience happy people and people that have. You can choose that creation. Buy my own home. Beautiful. Let's just choose. And I really appreciate your shares. Beautiful. Now, close your eyes. Remember, you're a being without a past, but just choose. Like if you had that, what would that feel like? You got to teach your body, your unconscious. It doesn't know if you're imagining or actually experiencing it, and it runs all the functions of your body. So you might want to trick it and just go, if I had that, it feels like this. And you just go and use all your senses to experience that. Just take a moment, literally a few seconds, to go to a place and time where you already have it. And you just kind of get familiar with that you. Because where you're going, you have an identity in your end result, and you have an identity in your current reality. But you're going to your end result, desired reality, the identity that you are over here. Get familiar. We have to teach the unconscious that it's safe so it doesn't reject it. So let's teach it. And notice, it's okay if you have a tough time to put it into words, you just know the feeling. And what's important is, what's your current reality right now compared to that? Are you feeling the same? Are you in the same place in life? What do you believe about that? And so we start unpacking it a little bit, and we realize, I don't believe it's possible. I don't believe remember the core wounds. I'm not worthy. I'm not significant. I'm not good enough. I'm not perfect enough. I'm not capable. All those stories that we've been telling ourselves and being a victim of our past. What would someone who has experienced your current reality believe about that? Or believe about why you're experiencing this right now? I have faith in all that's possible. So what do you believe that you must let go in order to pop up over here? Because the unconscious doesn't feel that it's safe. So we have to tap in. You don't even have to know what it is, because your superconscious knows. It just helps to kind of do that exercise in your head a little bit, because it brings it up to the active experience, which is easier to sweep. But your superconscious is doing the work for your highest good. I just read the field. So let's do it together to let go of the ego. That's a very broad statement, and there's nothing wrong with your ego. You're human, so you have an ego, right? It's just ego means self. Nothing wrong with that. Let go of a limiting belief that your ego has. That isn't true, because isn't it safe to have money? Isn't it safe to have a house of your dreams? Isn't it safe to be healthy? Why does your unconscious believes that it doesn't? And hey, just before we do it, if anyone could just make sure that they are muted so we can do the process, and we listen passively. Our meditations are passive. You don't have to work so hard on listening to every word. Humble. Okay. So yeah, let's just yeah, thank you for everyone muting. All we do, so compared to from here to there, let's say you have these boulders that are restricting you from going over there. You're stuck. 0, I have 0 resistances. I could just go over there. 10, I have very big boulders and anything in between. What would you rate your number to be? And then all you do is you allow me to access your higher mind, your superconscious, and I start talking to it like a person. So don't worry, I'm not talking to you about letting go of that limiting belief or that or this or that event that you may have experienced as a child. All that, I just talk to your superconscious. We're having a whole conversation and you just choose to receive. Okay, that's the work. And again, if you listen to that every day in a meditation for whatever it is you'd love to have, first we have to release all those constructs and limitations and beliefs that I must be a certain way to be successful, or because I was raised with money doesn't grow on trees, I think it's hard to have money, or I think I'm not worthy for some reason. All that, we're going to let it go. Choose to let it go, choose to get the most out of this, and it's a closed eye process. And our frequencies are still playing, and you don't have to hear them. You will hear them in the meditation because I turn them on right now. Is that okay, everyone? You don't need to hear them. This is not sound therapy. And actually, I'd rather you don't, so you can actually feel what it does without sound. Because a lot of people think, oh, it's sound. No, it's the PMF and me together. And sound makes it even better. Okay. So let's close our eyes and just I give Galit permission to access my superconscious. It's all you have to think and receive because you have complete control over your field. All right, so I want you to remember the choice. Everyone's closing their eyes. It's so easy. I can do it with my eyes closed. Just go to your end result of what you'd love and feel. Remember that you, notice the you now, and superconscious. Everyone here and everyone in replay is connected and choosing their end result and choosing to receive the shift for the highest good. Everyone's connected. And superconscious, do you see the highest vibration of that version of you that has what you love? And do you see the current reality and the resistances in the way? Let's treat across all memories, timelines, and ego states to become a vibrational match. Treat all memories priorities now. Thank you. We're just going in, and you might feel literally energy in your body. You might feel nothing. You might have random thoughts and memories. You might yawn. Whatever you get is what you get. That's yours. No wrong or right. And let's treat some of those chakras and shift any of the body, like there's something in the gut. Treat all chakra systems. Let's align, restore balance. Good. And I want to really treat that sacral chakra now, front and back, and just align, restore it as needed, and all body systems related. And also the crown chakra, let's treat that and allow to receive in a perfect way and order. Let's treat the chakras and meridians and that crown chakra specifically. Good. I want to treat secondary intentions, treat events. I want to find, tag, and treat all trauma events that are holding resistance to what you'd love to have. Treat any trauma events, tagging and treating all events that has created limitations. Thank you. Let's treat that fight, flight, freeze response. Treat that fears and lack mindset, fear of success, fear of failure, fear of being seen, fear of stepping into my greatness. And just imagine that you are having that end result now. See it as if it's already true. Superconscious, please align all body systems with this reality. Thank you. Treating on all frequency levels, shifting all timelines, and treat family history and constellations. I want to go to mom's timeline. Mom's mom. Let's go to the maternal, the matriarch of the family. Superconscious, do you see the matriarch holding resistance? Let's treat with love and respect and keep treating events across all timelines. Treat future events and treat parallel events. Treat agreements, karmic contracts, agreements from other lifetimes. I want to treat that wound from another lifetime and identities. Treat the inner critic, the people pleaser, the fixer, the victim, the wounded, and the inner child is needed. Treat the protector controller. I want to treat the imposter identity and also the passive identity And again, more of the maternal in resistance, superconscious. Can you go to the family systems and constellations and treat suffering contracts, please? Thank you. Treat the fear of outshining others, especially in the family system. Thank you. Treat any levels of I'm incomplete in any way. Treat I'm not safe enough, not perfect enough, I'm not capable or have the resources. And treat any form of incompleteness and flip it. I am complete in all ways. Thank you. Thank you. Any emotions? Treat stuck, suppressed, repressed emotions. Thank you. Let's treat grief, anger, guilt, shame. Thank you. Treat a belief my end result is impossible and switch it to it's possible for me and easy to attain. I love to take the aligned action and treat that courageous identity that's coming forward. Allow the courageous identity to take the aligned action. Treat, again, fear of being seen, fear of being judged. Treat fear of losing belonging. I want to treat the burdened identity or fear of being burdened and fear of responsibility as well. Treat any fear of ramifications for having what I love. Thank you. Treat agreements, especially soul contracts. Treat any patterns that are not aligned with the highest version of us that we are becoming. And treat in the perfect way and order. Treat chakras again and body systems. I want you guys to take some breaths and just, I haven't grounded you yet, but I would love for you to think about that number, your first number, and what you feel now in terms of how possible your end result is compared to when you started. Just checking in, and you can just type in and let me know. Is your number gone down? It should already, but we're still in it. So I just want to know, sometimes when it's the first time doing it, we're like, I don't know. What am I supposed to feel? But that's okay. Just notice if your number's gone down and it's still shifting a little bit. Obviously, when we do the meditation, you get some more sound, even background music and specific frequency for each topic.
Yeah, I just want to chime in and say that that was amazing. And when the moment you said to align with the vibration, I just felt like I was like, vroom, and then kind of like just locked in into this vibration, and I felt like I was like humming like in perfect resonance with my best frequency. And then as we were doing more of the treating, then like my energy just kept getting stronger, and the heat just got stronger and stronger. Everything that is like layers of energy started building up.
We're like peeling an onion.
Yeah.
Thanks for that share. Yes, there will be a recording. So how are anyone still feeling stuckness? Let's bring that down to 0. Who wants to bring down their level of 0? David, do you know what number you're at? If you had to guess, 0 to 10, anywhere in between, if you could guess what your new number is. And you don't have to
Like a
overthink.
1.
A 1, that's awesome. And so I still feel the energy in the field still moving for you guys. So let's just choose to get them even more. So again, the more you work with frequency and stuff, the easier it is to receive. Connie, you're at a 7. What were you in before? And you're just typing that into me, by the way. That's okay. And just choose to get the most out of it. Choose to get it down even more. Maybe you started as a 10. You're already down 3 points. That's great. Your boulders are getting smaller. Imagine putting on your headphones and doing this every day. 3 points, 3 points. Let's do it even. So let's treat emotions. Superconscious, treat more emotions. Thank you as needed. Treat the emotion of overwhelm. Treat unworthiness again and replace it. I am fully worthy. We are aligning with the highest version of ourselves who is fully worthy. Thank you. Good. Keep treating all part personalities in resistance. Thank you. Are any parts in conflict with one another? Superconscious, can you see all the parts that are in conflict with one another towards the end result? Can you please create the plan to ensure that all parts work together in harmony for the highest good of the end result? Thank you. Treat beliefs, treat frustrations, treat doubts, and let's treat that. I want to treat the heart center and the lungs, please, and the thyroid area and vocal cords, even, especially the lungs. Heart center. Just treat and expand our heart center with love, self-love, inner peace, knowing you are safe. Choose it and choose your end result is true. There's only action step and you are the one same identity that already has it. You must be it to see it. You are it. You are that vibrational match to the you in your current reality who simply took aligned steps. As they say in law of attraction, you can't get there from there otherwise. So align with that highest vibration. That's a vibrational match to the you that you want to be, that has what you want. Superconscious, any more resistance, treat anything left, and then ground and anchor this identity that's in the highest vibration you already has it back into the matrix of the universe, including everything we treated here today across all memories, timelines, and ego states. Take some deep breaths. Let all that shift and ground. A lot is moving through the field right now, not just for you, but people in replay too. It works. Any timeline, you choose to listen to it because you're in charge of your field. You choose to receive, and you're entangled with this process now. Now we just grounded you, so take some breaths. I still feel a lot moving. Notice what showed up for you, if there's any. Rhonda says, amazing. Notice your first and second numbers. Does anyone need that link to sign up? Let's put that in here for you again. Don't miss out on that. Remember, you get a one-on-one with me if you're here live and you pay in full, and you get an extra meditation to get you started that clears out all your chakras. And I still feel it. The dust hasn't settled. Just allow it. Sometimes I get waves of like, oh my God, more is releasing. So let your patterns go and focus on the past, or we can focus on who we're becoming. Focus creates reality. It's so important that you let go of all the past stories and you're just becoming without the story, the being without a past. My body buzz like fireflies, glow in June summer nights, static electricity vibrating through my feet. Quite poetic and beautiful. Thank you. I am so inspired. Have you signed up? Who has signed up? Who is joining me for our first launch ever? We can work together. And even want to show you, I even have more results to show you. Who else is joining? So you can let go of all your burdens and you can just be it 100% in. Christina, love that. Michelle, awesome. Nina, you're so inspired. So remember, between you and what you want, that's supposed to say choose. I don't know what I'm thinking. I probably just did one of these sessions and then went to do slides. That's why we talked about the important stuff before we went through. Here are more results. These are from people in the meditation program that I did. I did it 2 times already, took 2 groups at different times. And I just felt another wave move through. And part of living a life I love involves being physically fit and active. I'm finding it so easy to eat within my macro targets, log my food, and consistently exercise 1 hour a day. And this is the client that says, I imagine my dream house is always clean, and I find it easier to put things that are out of place away on a consistent basis. So the house is indeed looking better. It sets you up to have a fantastic day. Who wants that? If something comes up that is shifting me negatively, hey, we still go out in life. People can still not see eye to eye, but it's how we show up in it. I am grateful. That was amazing, Darlie. I love hearing that. I hope you join. What stops you? What are some concerns? What are some fears? Because remember, it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. What's easy not to do is to listen to your unconscious that says you can't have what you want. And what are you going to do differently? And again, a lot of changes in my mood, have been super happy in this amazing creator. I've gained so much knowledge about myself that I'm not responding with drama. That used to be me. I look at what I need to change and just do it. Who wants that kind of a shift? I know that's a really nice shift. I know the past me would have loved a shift like this. I have way more confidence that I have come out of my comfort zone to connect with like-minded people. Remember, we have our online community too. I don't even get anxious anymore. I just go with the flow. The changes I've been able to make in my diet and exercise this past month have been easy to implement and maintain. Increase in fiber of vegetables consumed, adding new types of vegetables, and exercising 1 hour 6 times a day. I've been more mindful of completing tasks that I start, like putting my makeup away, hanging up clothes, closing cabinets I've opened, which has improved appearance in my home. This is a common theme, apparently. I am taking major action in all areas of my life, keeping my priorities straight, and for the most part, wanting to get started cleaning out the kitchen for foods no longer give me nutrition. Doing more, yeah, because between you and your health, you want to set, when we do our health, it's about creating the right conditions in your body and taking aligned actions with good habits and getting away from your thoughts of I need to heal. Because when you say I'm not healthy, I need to heal, guess what you're creating more of? It's about what do you feel? What will you be doing with your healthy body? I literally have a friend that went through the training with me who was blind for 20 years who can see. I kid you not. He lost probably 3 times his body weight. He couldn't even tie his shoes. So it's about, because remember, your unconscious runs the functions of your body. What are you coding in? And what are you putting in your body? And if you're eating for comfort or because of stress, because you're emotionally eating, and all that, you create new habits. Yes, a lot more energized to stay on track, very productive in order to write a chapter for a book. So all these opportunities start showing up for you. Continue to change my actions and interactions daily, my mom and brother, your relationships with your family that used to trigger you like crazy and drive you nuts. Suddenly, you're able to meet them at their level and meet them with love and understanding and forgiveness. Forgiveness only, benefits not only, but really, really benefits you and your health. Being hydrating more, eating better, helps me emotionally feel better about myself, working on better sleep. It just goes on and on. So would you be open to creative bartering as payment? Not for this program, but we do have payment plans, 444 for 3 months. And hey, how about we release those money blocks and start creating more income? Like that's what I did. I literally couldn't make ends meet. I just knew I had to have it. And it was the best decision I ever made because it allowed me to be abundant. The truth is, we are so abundant already. We don't realize how abundant we are. So when we choose to have more money, we're coming from lack. I want more money because I feel lack. What does superconscious say? It says, yes, you're in lack. I'll give you more of that. It just takes your instructions. And so we just release those limiting beliefs. So you just realize I'm abundant and I want more. There's a new mindset for you. And superconscious says, yes. All right. So thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. Is there anyone else you want to do it with and invite? Doing it together, maybe a spouse, maybe a sibling. When I first started this work, I worked on my sister. Boy, it was the best thing we ever did for our relationship. And she's an artist and she was working a day job and then doing art on the side. And she started doing this. She's a professional artist, making a living off her beautiful art and living super consciously. You'll bring your cat. I do pets. Yes, I'd love to include my friend. Yes, please bring your friends and do something together. What a great thing to grow because, hey, it can be scary to shift. When we shift, we feel alone, but you have us, you have an online community. And when you're afraid to shift and stay small for others, you are actually doing them and yourself a disservice. If you up level, others will see and get inspired, or if they don't, you'll be able to open up and receive the new people that are ready to come in. Who's ready for an aligned relationship? So thank you, David, so much. And thank you for everyone that was here.
Yes, you're welcome. It was amazing. I'm really excited about this new program. I think we're going to be transforming more lives, with this. And like we started with, this is the year. This is the year of profound change. We see so much change throughout the world, and now is the time to see change in your life. And this is the course. There's no other course and no other program like this anywhere in the world. We're the only one, right? We're the only one with this kind of this technology, with the Qi Coils. We're the only one with this, with the meditation, with the experience that Gailey have, and combining it with our technology So you're going to experience transformation that you wouldn't believe would happen. Okay, we're talking about like rapid transformations, so fast that it's going to shock you. Okay, and in every aspect of your life. And the key is just unlocking your mind. Everything is achievable with your mind, right? The only thing that limits us is what we limit ourselves with, is what our mind limits ourselves with. So the key is about unlocking your mind's full potential by releasing all the stuff that blocks you, because that's the only thing that blocks you is just you, right? So using the technology, using the frequencies, using the quantum healing, the meditation, the coaching from Galit, you get hands-on, hand-holding training. Where else can you get this? Nowhere else in the world. So don't miss this opportunity to be one of the first people to go through this program. It's 12 weeks. It will be recorded. So if you miss one, no problem. You can come back and watch it later. You can use the meditations, the recordings, the frequencies as many times as you want. There is still a 60-day money back guarantee. So attend the classes. There's no reason not to join. Okay.
Yeah, who doesn't have 20 minutes a day to
Exactly. And like even if you just listen to it while you're driving or while you're sleeping, you're still receiving it. So they may not even have to consciously
don't drive.
don't don't try. Okay, it may make you so there's just so much that can change with this. So much you can transform, not just yourself, but all the people around you, right? Just imagine how this can transform your spouse or your children or your parents or your friends and their lives too, and have lasting ongoing change. It's not just about doing something and then changing for a month and then going back to where you were. It's changing and then continuing that momentum on and on and on and on forever. Just imagine where you're going to be just after 12 weeks, right? And you take this with you.
Start it again.
Yeah, you can start again, do another 12 weeks, and it's going to keep renewing you. It's just unending how it's unlimited how much you can achieve. So I really want you to kind of open your mind to what is possible with yourselves, right? Really open your mind. Like I never knew that I would reach so many people with Qi Life, right? Like we have tens of thousands, maybe 100,000 people that we've helped. And animals, right? So I never knew, right? I just started this as just some tool that I use to heal myself. And I say, hey, if I can heal myself, I think there's other people that need this too. And that's all I did. I just focused and put all my energy and my money and all my time into creating this so that other people can enjoy and experience the healing that I received. And now, I never knew that would be so successful, and then so many people with success stories with it, and so many people messaging me every day say, hey, thank you so much, David, for what you've done and for this technology. So I never knew, but I just said, I'm just going to do it. So that's what you need to do. You need to take action and do it. Just sign up, just enroll. There's nothing to lose. There's no risk, and take this chance to do probably the most important thing you can do this year. Okay, that's all I can say. Okay, so if you want to sign up, make sure you go to this Qi Life Coach. I wrote it on the paper.
Here, I'll put it back in. And here, I got the link. And I'll put it in the thing. Yeah, and it's qilifecoach.com. Thank you.
Yeah, that's the short one. Just go to qilifecoach.com and get signed up.
Thank you. And again, it's as we're making this video, it's January 16th. January is already half over. The train has left the station. Are you going to get on and take the ride of your life for lasting change and have the best 2025? You'll have the best 2025 while joining us. Thank you, David. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good night. I'll see you in the course.
See you there.